A pair of teenagers who didn't want to answer questions about stolen property in their home triggered a 6-hour standoff today in Spokane Valley. Because police thought a gun may be involved, schools nearby at Broadway and Bowdish were locked down, and that busy intersection closed to traffic for much of the day. And that's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us live with the latest information. Jeff?
And Dave, this is the home where Spokane Valley police came this morning to investigate a neighbor's claim that there were power tools here stolen from A to Z Rental. However, police say the 17-year-old who lives here didn't want to be contacted by him, allegedly tried to hide something underneath his couch when they were at the front door, then refused to be searched, and the fight was on.
There are two underage kids. They won't let me talk to them. They won't let them talk to a lawyer. They won't let me go into my own house so that my dogs are safe. They won't let me prove to them that there's no one in there whatsoever.
Vanessa Westerman is a single-parent mom who was already at work when she learned her teenage son and daughter had been taken into custody for allegedly fighting with Spokane Valley police.
They said that they were in the house and they saw my son throw a gun underneath the bed.
Police thought they saw a third person run back into the house who had access to that gun and was still inside, but Westerman insisted her residence was empty.
If they want to clear this up easily, then why won't they let me escort them in the house? They won't do that.
Police could not take up Westerman on her offer because of safety and legal reasons, so the sheriff's SWAT team entered the home, allowing a family pet to escape, but found no one inside and no gun underneath the couch. They did, however, find power tools that Westerman's 17-year-old son has allegedly admitted stealing from A to Z Rental. Along with theft and burglary counts, he also could face a resisting charge for fighting with the first officer on the scene.
If my kids punched a cop that was in my house unwillingly or uninvited, then great. I'm happy for them.
Now, Ms. Westerman is saying that because she believes that police were inside her home without a search warrant. How officers say they were not, and they simply saw Ms. Westerman's son hide that something underneath the couch from the front doorstep. As you saw in the video, a family pet did escape when the SWAT team made entry here. It is a brown pit bull, supposed to be very friendly, answers to the name of Taz. Ms. Westerman has worked very hard for what she has, and she'd like to have that dog back. It is on the loose here somewhere in the proximity of Broadway and Bowdish. Reporting live in Spokane Valley, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.
Now, there are two schools within a few blocks of where the standoff took place. As police didn't take any chances, North Pines Middle School and Broadway Elementary were locked down. KXLY4's Erik Loney is live in the valley. Erik, the schools were locked down for most of the day today.
Yeah, most of the day, but at 2:15 this afternoon, police gave the all clear and the schools were taken out of lockdown. Now, initially, when this first started this morning, they put the school in entire lockdown. Both doors inside and out were locked. Students were kept in their room, but as the day progressed, this lockdown was modified. Exterior doors remained locked, but students were allowed to move inside the school. The district prepared a plan just in case this was still going on when kids were going to be released at the end of the school day. About 60 students from Broadway Elementary, North Pines Middle School live in the immediate area. The plan was to keep those students here until their parents could pick them up. They also had lined up some buses to give students rides home, but that standoff ended before they needed to and before they had to put their plan into effect.
They had their list. They were just getting ready to start calling when we got the all clear. So it saved a lot of time in that respect. But we've got to do that to keep kids safe.
Now, the district did tell us they do have lockdowns all the time, but this one was unusual because it lasted so long. Reporting live in Spokane Valley, Erik Loney, KXLY4 HD News.